Oh my God. First of all, hello and welcome to this live free relationship coaching for single and taken women. I'm very excited to answer your questions and give you some clarity as to where you are, what you're struggling with, what your desires are, or any kind of sticking point or cycle loop that you're in. Whatever it is, and calling in the man of your dreams, or if you're in a relationship and you really just want to make it better because there's something that's just not feeling right. So I'm so excited about that. So before we get into today, I shared a little bit on my Instagram stories, and I shared about just something that happened to me today. I'm not ready to share my entire story about what has been happening in my life recently and what exactly happened today. I had to document it. I literally picked up my phone. I have tears in my eyes and I'm recording the manifestation that took place because, that's exactly what it felt like. I was like, oh my God, holy Jesus, holy shit. And what I really want to say to you from the deepest part of my soul is that whatever you are desiring in your life, whatever you are calling in, whether it's a relationship, whether it's career, whether it's money, whatever it is, it's possible. It can happen for you. It can happen for you. It may feel like it's taking a long time and you're struggling and you're like, what the fuck? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Where is my manifestation? Where is it? Where is this thing that I've been wanting to call in my life? Where is it? I've been doing all the work and I'm here to tell you, stay focused on that desire. Do not let anyone or anything tell you anything less about actualizing that desire, actualizing that manifestation. Ever. Don't ever let someone tell you you can't do that. It is not possible. You can't find that in a man. You can't have that kind of wealth. You can't have that kind of career. You can't have that kind of body. Fuck you. Yes, you can. Fuck you, not to you, but to them. Yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. And I'm telling you right now, so much of my life has been struggle until I broke free and really stayed focused, really getting clear and connected with me and my sovereignty and my divinity as a feminine being, and then staying focused at what I want. You can have the life that you want. You can have the relationship that you want. And if your relationship feels stuck right now, I'm telling you right now, you can change that. Me and Ron went through a funky phase from mid-2020 to April 2022. So about 2 years, we were in this really funky stage. And I just remember us feeling like we're falling, like we were just not falling apart, but that we were there was this energy where I felt I missed the magic between us. And then this year in 2022, I was like, I want to feel that magic again with him. And we did. We had that in April. And we were initiated into our masculine and feminine divinity and energies and that sexual polarity, and our relationship went from literally from here to there. So anything is possible for you. Anything. And what happened to me today, this morning, just makes me feel even more yes, even more is possible. So one day I will share the story. Right now I am living the story and I'm living it how I want to tell it. So I'm excited to bring that. So the next thing before we get into the question, so if you're showing up live, ask your questions and I will answer them, whether you want to do it. I can answer manually, or meeting that manually. Like, I'll read the question from what you wrote and then I'll answer, or you can come on here live and I can help. We can have a more intimate experience and then gain clarity around that. So the other thing that I want to say is that there are 5 days left until the opening of the Liberated Woman in relationships. I cannot wait to deliver this program to you. Like, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the magic. I cannot wait for the transformation. I cannot wait for the woman that you feel at the end of those 5 weeks. When you go through those embodiment practices, I cannot freaking wait. So, this is for single women who are wanting to call in the man of your dreams. And we start Monday, November 14th. And you can start today. You can sign up today for $211. And then in 30 days later, you have the next payment come through. So, or you can pay in full for $555 and save $67, which is also amazing. And the other thing that after this live, I'm going to post a scholarship opportunity for one person. So if you're feeling like your good luck charms are working, your manifestations are working, go ahead and enter and I will pick the winner on Saturday. But if you're like, screw that, that's meant for somebody else, I know that I want this program. I'm ready to call in the man of my dreams. I'm ready to embody the queen that I am, that divine feminine essence that is in here to hold and attract the man of my dreams. Go ahead and sign up because we start Monday. Okay. So moving on to the question for the coaching section. So if you have a question, go ahead and put your questions in the chat box. And hopefully, I'm not seeing any comments right now, but let's see what happens. Or you can also come in and join. How you can do 2 people coming in. You can call someone in or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. You can come in live with me. We can do that and have like a more intimate experience. So that is available for you. If you're ready, go ahead and come on in. Go ahead and write your questions. So in the meantime, as I am waiting for the questions to come in, oh, by the way, if you want to go live, just go ahead and say live. And I'll probably will keep saying that throughout the time that we're here. Okay. So in the meantime, I have some topics here that I really want to talk about that I have. Number one, I asked a question and about what women are struggling with when finding their relationships, like calling in the man of their dreams and all of that. So I have that here and I want to answer some of these and then other conversations that I've had that are going to be very helpful for you. So here's the first one that I really want to answer. And the response was struggling with feeling with the feeling that it's too late finding someone compatible at 32. Struggling with the feeling that it's too late finding someone that is compatible at the age of 32. There's 2 parts to this question that I want to answer. The first thing I want to say, age has nothing to do with finding love. It has nothing to do with finding love because love is timeless. Love is timeless. Okay, just let that sink in. Love is timeless. The reason you feel like it's running out of time because you're 32 is because you are putting pressure on yourself, most likely from society, from family, from your sisters, from your friends, from what you're seeing, that, from who knows, whatever, maybe religion or whatever doctrination has been put on you, that you have to find your man, the one that you're going to marry and have kids with and have a family with by a certain age. I fell into that. I was so little. I was 8 years old and I remember saying like, I want to get married, by the time that I want to find the man of my dreams when I'm 20. I want to get married when I'm 22. Then I will have my first kid by 24, 25, have the second one by 26, 27, and the third one right before I'm 30, and I'm good. That was my timeline. That was a timeline that I gave myself. And I put so much pressure on achieving this timeline. So much pressure that it was one of the many reasons why I stayed with my ex-fiance so long, because I believed that he was my ticket to finding the man and hitting my timeline during my timeline of marriage and children and family by that. That was one of the reasons. So when you feel this pressure that you have to find someone by a certain age, it's coming from this indoctrination. So I had to let go of that dream, of that ego dream, I like to call it, because it wasn't real. Because the other reason I thought that I wasn't a woman unless this happened to me. So my question to you is, do you feel that you are not a woman if you don't find a man by that time frame? Because you're 32 and it's too late, or if you don't find someone by 35, oh my God, forget it. Like, ask yourself this question. Am I putting my worth as a woman in this? And I'm going to tell you right now, your womanhood and your worth as a woman has nothing to do with the man that you have and the children that you have and the family that you have and the white picket fence. Your worth as a woman is because it's just there. You're just worthy. So let go of the timeline. Let go of that timeline that you need to find someone by a certain time, or that it's too late. Everyone's life is going to be different. Everyone's journey is going to be different. There are some people that find their love in high school and they live forever, until literally death do them part, since they were like 13, 14 years old. It happens. And there's some that find the love of their life when they're 50 and they had another journey that they had to go on. I found Ron at 29 and I'm 35 and I'm still not married. And that's okay, because I have no timeline on when I need to get married and when I need to have kids. Last night, one of my girlfriends asked me, she's like, so when are you guys going to have kids? And I was like, when it happens. Most women at 35 are like, oh my God, I need to get married. I need to have a kid now. My ovaries. I don't buy into that paradigm of thinking. I do not buy into that. If I buy into that, I'm going to pressure Ron to do something that he's not ready to do. Probably pressure myself to do something because, God, I'm 35. I need to get married right now. We've been together for 5 years. Like, what's going on? Why hasn't he proposed? Put pressure on the relationship, cause stress on us for no reason, get married, have kids before we're actually ready. Like, what does that do for our relationship? It does nothing. I did that with my ex. And I'm kind of glad I did, because it allowed me to see that he wasn't the one for me. But why I pressured him? Because I needed the commitment from him. I was insecure in the relationship, that I was pressuring him to engage me before we moved in together. With Ron, I don't feel that insecurity. The love that we have is so secure. My heart is safe with him. My heart is safe that I don't have to put this timeline, this fake timeline. Because when we know, we know. Have we had some of these conversations? Yes. But it's conversations and it's dreaming. And it's like, wouldn't that be awesome? Like, what features would they have? And it's just fun conversation. And it will happen when we are ready. And I can tell you right now, we are not ready. We're moving in December. Then he's going to move down. Like, why in the world would I? And then put pressure, let's say, by the end of 2023. No, let go of the timeline. You have time. You have more than enough time to find the love of your life. If you desire to have the love of your life, he is out there. What you need to do is take care of this and let go of the worth that I will not be worthy or I'm not lovable until that love of my life comes in. Because if you're feeling that time is running out, that there is a gap, then there's something there that needs to be worked on within your soul, within your heart, within your mindset. Follow? So if you're hopping on now, just if you have a question, you want some live coaching, make sure you put it in the comment area and I will answer it live. If you want to go live, let me know and we can have a more like a shared face here and have a more intimate experience. So the second part to that question is compatibility. This person asks like compatibility at age 32. What I have to say about compatibility is you have to be unapologetic about what you want in a man. Unapologetic. There's one thing that I've always wanted in a man that I never wavered. And that was I've always wanted someone that was into health and fitness. Because I do not want to argue with someone about why I'm going to the gym and why I'm taking time away from the relationship to go to the gym, nor do I want to have arguments about what food we have in the house or how we're going to raise our children when it comes to the food that we eat. That's a huge value of mine. Huge. It has been since like 20 years old. Like it was always something and that was always something I wanted, and I always attracted men in my life who were into health and fitness. Never once did I attract a man that was not into health and fitness. Every single boyfriend. So you have to be unapologetic about what you want. Do you want a man that's in health and fitness, or does it not really matter to you? Do you want a man who, has a degree for whatever reason? Let's just say degrees and like has a bachelor's degree or a master's degree because you really highly value an intelligent man. Maybe you want a man who already has his own friends and he likes to socialize and he likes to go out and all of those things. Like you really have to get clear and unapologetic about what it is that you desire. The other major thing that I desired in a man was a team. Like I wanted a man that was on my team. I was so tired of struggling with someone that was, again, like I felt like he was on the opposing team. Like, why are you struggling with me as I'm trying to accomplish and become this woman? Why are you trying to keep me in a box and trying to checkmate me? Like, why are you doing that? So team was the hugest word for me that I really wanted. And I really wanted a romantic man. I really wanted someone who would bring me flowers, who was in touch with that part of him and that could like honor me and showing love and like I'm not sure what the other word is, just like romantic. And I brought some things from my past experiences, from my relationships. I'm like, I really love this about this experience and I really want to bring it into this relationship. So you have to be unapologetic about what you want. Like, what does compatibility mean to you? What does it mean? Get so clear and just don't waver on that. Don't waver on that. Once you start wavering, you know what you're doing? You're wavering on your own values and what you desire. So with your desire, you have to, once your mind starts to say, well, and this, it's like, nope. What do you want? This is what I want. You're sticking here. Nope, we're not justifying. Nope, we're not doing that. Don't waver and wobble on what you want and what your desires are and who you are. Because that to me is a little clue that you're going to waver in your own identity and who you are as a woman. So you don't want to do that. Very crystal clear. Now, are there some things that you're going to be like, of course I can deal with that. So you got to be very clear. So here, I'm going to give you like a silly example. So when you're dating, you look at the stupidest things and you're like, nope, I don't want to deal with that. I'm not going to, like that's a no-no for something so dumb. So when me and Ron, when we had our first date, we went to the gym. Okay, clearly I look for men that are into fitness. So we showed up And he showed up at where I used to work at Lifetime Fitness when I was a personal trainer. And we started exercising. And I saw he had hair on his back. He was a hairy guy. And okay, that's not sexy, but you know, that thought for a second that was like, oh, do you want that in a man? But it's like, Jessica, really? It's just hair. He can laser that shit and you can shave and you guys are gonna be fine. So like, that's something that I think is really important, to not be in this like egotistical mind of like, maybe like superficial things. Like also his clothing, I don't think he really knew how to do laundry properly, but that's easy. That's something that you can teach somebody. It's just a lack of an awareness of something that's minute. So just be careful with that, so you're not becoming this woman that has like a long list of things that is just like, now you're just setting yourself for self-sabotage. Now you're just trying to prove that the man that you really desire is not out there, to prove that you are not worthy to receive the man the man of your dreams. So be cautious with that. All right. The next question. So let's talk about compromise. So I had a woman, and we were talking about that she doesn't, she's single, and she's been single for so long that she doesn't know if she wants a relationship, because she's so comfortable with how she is, like where her life is, and the fact that she can go and do anything that she desires without having to give permission to somebody, ask for permission, or to compromise. So she continued with, well, if I want to go to brunch on Sunday, I don't want to have to ask for permission. And I was like, okay, well, you don't have to ask for permission, but there needs to be communication. Like, hey, babe, I'm going to go and I'm going to go to brunch with the girls. Like, it's as simple as that, right? She's like, well, then there has to be compromise. I'm like, why would there have to be compromise? Couldn't it be as simple as he says, okay, babe, have fun. I love you. Take pics. Call me if you have too many champagnes and you need me to pick you up. Where is the compromise in that? There is no compromise. That's just communication. So it's possible for you to find a man that you want that honors your independence. If that's something you truly desire, is a man that is going to honor your independence, that isn't going to be clingy on you, you can have that. So you, coming back to when I said compatible, be very crystal clear at what you want in a relationship. If you want a man to honor your space and to honor your time with your girlfriends without giving you shit, without making you feel like you're taking time away from him, without saying, okay, well, if you do this, then you have to do that for me, without having any type of compromise or a man pity party, you can have that. Ron is like that. If I want to go out with my girlfriends, I'm like, hey, babe, I'm going to go out with my girls tonight. He's like, okay, I love you. Have fun. I don't have to text him when I get there. I don't have to text him the pictures of what we're doing or anything like that. Is a pure freedom, a liberation in the relationship. You can have that if that is what you desire, and you have to embody that to your core so that you don't waver when a man starts to challenge this freedom, this liberation that you're feeling, so that you can feel loved by him. You follow? So I honor my freedom. I'm not wavering my freedom and my liberation and my independence for love. That man is not for me. Thank you. I appreciate the time that you put in. I'm on to the next. I'm calling in my king. My king loves my liberation, loves that I go out with my girlfriends, and because he loves his independence too, and he loves to see me happy. He loves it when I come home and I'm all, oh my God, I had such a good time. And then I'm outpouring love onto him because of the freedom that I just received from the freedom of love that I have in the relationship. It's not a constricting love. It's not an insecure love. It's not like a love that's, what is she doing when I'm not around? It's, my babe is free. She's liberated. I love the goddess in her. I love that she socializes. And I also love that she gives time to me and that she can adore me and I adore her. Compatible. You can have that. So whatever limiting beliefs you have, it's time to break those down. It is time to break those down. So if you're watching live, if you're just hopping on, if you have a question, answer in the chat here, and then I'll answer it, and we can have a conversation like that. Or if you want to come on live, if you want to request to join, we can have a more intimate experience. Okay. This is one of the reasons I'm so excited to move back down to Florida, because I have so many friends and family there that it's just going to bring like a different level to our relationship. And I'm just going to feel so much more free. And what's the one thing I wanted to add to that? So talking about compatibility is the freedom that I feel with Ron is, like I told him earlier this year, like I've given Jersey 4 years. I can't give it anymore. I cannot deal with the winter. Like I need to leave. Like my soul is not happy here with the environment. And he honored that. He didn't argue against me. He didn't, try to say, no, stay here, or try to give me reasons to convince me to stay here. He's like, I understand. Let's do this. So you can have that. And I'm moving first. And that has nothing to do with our relationship. That's like another thing where there's these old paradigms that you have to do everything with your partner. No, you don't. Why would it be bad if I move first? Why? There's no reason for it to be bad. As a matter of fact, in order to keep the passion in the relationship, having time apart is so good. And having like the 6 months that we're going to have apart is going to be like a reuniting of our souls when he moves down in the summer of 2023. Like it's good for the relationship. It's good to feel like, what does it feel like when we've been living together for 4 years and now we're apart? Like it's going to feel like, wow, I really miss him, and that yearning and that longing, like that's sexy, it's sensual, and creating little vacations to see each other. Like it's fun. That's what it is to me. And it signifies the security that we have in our relationship, that he trusts my love and my self-leadership and my intuition for me to make a move that is best for my soul and for our relationship. Because he also, the other part to this is that he also doesn't like the cold. He's been wanting to move out of here. So it's not just a me thing, but I'm ready to go now because I'm a risk taker. I'm like, I'm ready, let's go. He's kind of more methodical, logical, like, let me plan this out. I'm go time, right? So yeah, so you can have that kind of liberation in your relationship as well. Someone who honors your sovereignty and honors where your soul is leading you to. And trust that your love is secure when you go down there, and you're not going to be doing anything, and he's not texting you every single day and spying on you to see like what you're doing, or texting your dad or family or friends. Like, no, that's like boy energy. Like we're done with that, right? Like we're here for men. Divine masculine men who are secure in their masculinity and in the love that the relationship has. That's what we're here for. Okay, so the next question is about love, that love is rare, that true love is rare. I don't buy into that either. I'm going to debunk this belief. for a few reasons. Number one, if you think about all the men on the planet, that's a lot. There's like what, billions of people in the population? First of all, let's just do the numbers. Okay? Let's say half of that is men. Like, okay, you have half, whatever the half number is, 500 million people, men on the planet. Who's to say that the man of your dreams is living within your city? He can, but maybe not. Ron lived in Jersey. I lived in Florida. Got connected through his grandmother, which she passed away last year. And through my dad's ex-wife. They were married at the time, so now they're not married anymore. What are the odds of that happening? I know women who've met their man in an airport. In an airport. And they lived in opposite countries. I heard a story where the man wanted to he wanted to do like a traveling extravaganza from Mexico all the way down through the Central America down to Argentina. And he stopped somewhere in the middle, in Colombia probably, and found the woman of his dreams. And she found the man of his dreams. What are the odds of that? So we say true love isn't real or it's not possible for me because we put our mind can only knows from the past and projects on into the future what the mind thinks could happen. It uses its logical small thinking. When God, the divine, the universe can make shit happen and twirl it all around and be like, there is the man of your dreams. The other thing I'm going to debunk about this is that people can change. So let's say there's a certain amount of men, let's say half the men, 500 million men, let's say half of those, whatever, they're true masculine men or whatever, like they've been raised really well. Then you have the other half and like you've been attracting the other half of men that are, not in their divine masculine energy. They can change. Those men can change and evolve to divine masculine men and be in that bigger pool of men that you are calling into. I've changed. The woman I am today is not the woman that I was when I attracted my ex-fiance. The woman that attracted Ron, my current partner, the man that I'm going to die with and marry and have kids with and all of that stuff, I'm a different woman. I've changed so that I could call him in. Not so I could call him in, but I knew I needed to change for me. And as a result, because I did desire a relationship, he came in. So people can change. So to think that like, oh, there's no good men out there and all the men that I know are married or are gay, well, all those other men can change, number one. And then number two, there's a whole pool of other men that are 500 million, men out there that are waiting, that one person for you, because all it is one. Do you understand where I'm going with this? People can change. I know narcissists who've changed. I know my ex-fiance has the ability to change and to be like a real sovereign person and call in his queen. I know he can. I know every single person on this planet can. I know you can embody that divine feminine essence that stops calling in these little boys and really calls in a man. I know you have that in you. People can change. So don't get jaded about the past. If you're jaded, then there needs to just do some healing. There needs to do some alchemizing, some inner child work, some just letting go of beliefs and really staying focused on what you truly desire and not wavering from that. Not wavering from that. Okay. I'm gonna, if you don't have any questions, I'm gonna pause the call, the live here. I've already been going for 30 minutes. I want to keep these nice, short, and sweet, and I want to answer the ones I have here on the next live. So if you don't have any questions, awesome. Thank you for being here. 5 more days until the Liberated Woman in Relationships begins on Monday, November 14th. We open the doors. We're going to have our first call. We're going to do a opening ceremony and, really open up what's possible for you, for what you want to call in, and for embodying that divine feminine woman that's going to hold and attract that man that you're calling into. And know that you're whole and complete, and you don't have to be waiting for him either. That's a huge part too. We're not waiting. So that I have a scholarship opportunity. I'm going to announce that now once I hop off. So if you are like, yes, I'm ready for my manifestation, I'm manifesting this through the scholarship, great. If you feel ready, you can go ahead and sign up for today for only $200, starting at $211, and then the next payment comes in 30 days after. Or if you want to save $67, you can pay in full. So I'm super excited. Can't wait to deliver this program. I'm going to be doing another live coaching session as well throughout the week. I have like 2 more in my agenda. I'm going to let you know in the morning. If you're like, I really just want to, I have a question and I'm not sure when she's going to have it or if I can be there live, just put the question here and I'll answer it on the live on the next one, and you can watch it on the replay or show up live if you happen to catch me live. Okay? This was fun, and I'll see you soon. Anything is possible for you. The man that you want, the woman that you want to become, all of that is like, hold that and do not waver.